Gypsy Rose Blanchard was released from prison after serving 8 years of a 10-year sentence for her role in the murder of her mom, Claudine D.D. Blanchard. Gypsy Rose and her then-boyfriend Nicholas Goujon were imprisoned over her mother Dee homicide. Born on May 3, 1967, Claudine D.D. Pitcher Blanchard was a mother of one from Chackbay, Louisiana. Dee was one of 5 children to parents Claude Pitcher and Emma Gisclair. She met Rod Blanchard at a bowling alley when she was 23, and he was just 17. The pair were married on December 27, 1990. When they discovered Dee was pregnant, they welcomed their daughter Gypsy Rose on July 27, 1991. Although she was never formally diagnosed, police and medical professionals believe Dee suffered from Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Munchausen syndrome by proxy is a factitious disorder characterized by the fabrication of signs or symptoms of a disease, according to the National Institutes of Health. Due to this speculated disorder, Dee allegedly fabricated several health conditions she thought Gypsy suffered from. Dee deceived Gypsy and those around her into believing her daughter suffered from chronic medical conditions and put it down to her daughter being born prematurely. According to the late matriarch, her daughter suffered from leukemia, asthma, and muscular dystrophy. As a result, Dee produced false paperwork to lie about Gypsy Rose's age and medical history. She also shaved her daughter's head, altered her appearance, regulated unnecessary prescription doses, and consented to needless surgeries. Dee forged copies of Gypsy Rose's birth certificate, changing her birth date to 1995 to bolster claims that she was still a teenager. Gypsy Rose said in a later interview that for 14 years, she was unsure of her real age. Gypsy revealed, "It was about a good span of time between, I want to say, 2001 to 2015 that I really wasn't sure of my age." Allegedly, Dee frequently ripped off charitable organizations to fly her and her daughter across the country to concerts, celebrity meet and greets, galas, and even to Disney World with all expenses paid. According to Dee's parents and other family members, she fell out with them after they accused her of trying to poison her stepmother, Laura Pitcher, with weed killer. Dee's ex-husband Rod told BuzzFeed, "I think Dee's problem was she started a web of lies, and there was no escaping after. She got so wound up in it, it was like a tornado got started, and then once she was in so deep that there was no escaping. One lie had to cover another lie, had to cover another lie, and that was her way of life." Dee death and deceit. On June 14, 2015, Dee was found stabbed to death at her in Gypsy's home in Springfield, Missouri. Police discovered her body when her neighbors alerted authorities about violent and graphic Facebook posts found on Dee's profile. On Tuesday, June 16, 2015, Gypsy and her then-boyfriend, Nicholas Goujon, were arrested in connection to her mother's homicide. On July 5, 2016, Gypsy accepted a plea bargain and pleaded guilty to the second-degree murder of Dee. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison. On November 16, 2018, Goujon was found guilty of first-degree murder and armed criminal action. He was sentenced to life in prison. While in prison, Gypsy Rose married Ryan Scott Anderson on July 21, 2022. On December 28, 2023, Gypsy Rose was released from Chillicothe Correctional Center after she was granted parole in September. Freedom. Since her release, Gypsy Rose has been open to sharing her story. On January 2024, she started her own YouTube channel and created a TikTok page, which quickly gained over 10 million followers. In March 2024, Gypsy Rose announced her split from husband Ryan Scott Anderson on Facebook. On June 3, 2024, Prime released a documentary called Gypsy Rose: Life After Lockup, which features her life as a free woman. Other TV appearances include The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, available on Apple TV. In July 2024, Gypsy Rose announced on her social media that she is expecting a baby girl with her boyfriend and ex-fiance Ken Urker. Their baby is due in January 2025.